now we move on to the innovation system. And the innovation system is basically, now we have a macro perspective. We look at the entire countries and regions, and we look at the system that kind of nourish innovation. And if we look at what Edquist and Chaminade has said about innovation systems, they say that these kind of systems should include a number of key activities. And the first one is the provision of knowledge input into the innovation process. So there should be some provision of R&D, and that is creating new knowledge, primarily in engineering, medicine, and natural science, they say. And then there should be competence building and educating and training the labor force for innovation and R&D activities. And then there should be some demand side activities. There should be formation of new product markets and articulation of quality requirements emanating from the demand side with regard to new products. There should be some kind of provision of constituents for innovation systems or systems of innovation. And that means, for example, creating and changing organizations needed for developing new fields of innovations. And examples can include enhancing entrepreneurship to create new firms and intrapreneurship. Intrapreneurship is when you have an entrepreneur within an existing firm. And this you can do to diversify the flora of existing firms and create new research organizations, policy agencies, and so on. It can also include networking through markets and other mechanisms, including interactive learning between different organizations, potentially involved in innovation processes. And this implies integrating new knowledge elements developed in different spheres of the innovation systems, and also knowledge coming from outside, and combining this with elements already available in the innovating firms. It includes creating and changing institutions. That means patents laws, tax laws, environmental and safety regulations, R&D investment routines, etc. that influence innovation organization and innovation processes by providing incentive for and removing obstacles to innovation. And the fourth one, support services for innovating firms. And that could be incubating activities, such as providing access to facilities and administrative support for innovating efforts. And incubating activities that could, for instance, be what we have here in Uppsala, innovation, that help researchers commercialize their science, their research, so they can provide kind of administrative support and teach the researcher how to start a business and how to think about a business around their discoveries. The support services can also include financing of innovation processes and other activities, and that can facilitate commercialization of knowledge and adoption of this thing that is developed. It can also be provision of consultancy services of relevance for innovation processes, and that could be technology transfer, commercial information, and legal advice. So this is the things that should be existent within an innovation system in order for innovation to flourish, according to Edquist and Chaminade. Another way to look at innovation system is to just look at, okay, what do we have here within our region? What do we have that can be part of this innovation system? And one concept that is famously used is the triple helix. And that would basically mean that we have the industry with firms, we have the universities who develop research and provide people that can work in the firms, in the industry, and we also have the public sector and the government. And these three can work together to create innovations, is the general idea. But then some people have said that, okay, but we're missing a large part here of the system, so they talk about the quadruple helix, where you also include society in the mix, the society the commons, like you and I, people who are just partaking in society, living their normal lives, and they can also be part of this innovation system, generating ideas, creating businesses, and so on. So that's a little glimpse of the concept of innovation systems.